4 Tenets of World Peace Part 1, Online Democracy. Chapter 1. Create true democracy, people vote online issue by issue. True democracy is a form of government where people vote issue by issue online. True democracy is a form of government where the people create ideas and vote on them online as individuals, idea by idea. Right now, many countries have 4 government bodies: President or Prime Minister, Congress or Parliament, Senate, Supreme Court. We can start on the road to true democracy, people voting online issue by replacing the Senate with the online voting agency. The United States and Canada each have a Congress/Parliament and a Senate. We can start online democracy by replacing the Senate with the online voting agency. People will log into a website something like vote.gov with the social security/social insurance numbers. Their password will be their zip code/postal code. The people will not vote on all the bills put forth by both the President/Prime Minister and Congress/Parliament. These 2 bodies create and pass many small bills that the people aren't really interested in. There will be a moderator or moderator team of no more than 5 people who will decide if a bill will affect the lives of the people to a significant level such that they should vote on it online. You might ask, how would the people in any country change a body of the government from representative democracy to online democracy? It's not that hard. I discuss it up ahead. There is overwhelming power in numbers. We had the Million-Man March. Communism fell because of the protests in Poland. The Arabs had an Arab Spring. Ukraine had its Orange protest. Sri Lankans threw their government out. Milk mobilized the blacks. Gandhi mobilized the Indians. In this day and age, we can get 2 million people to show up in Washington, D.C. and Ottawa not to be so bold as to demand a change in the structure of the government. Just demand a referendum by the people at onlinedemocracy.gov, onlinedemocracy.canada.ca. The citizens will log in, type in their social security or social insurance number, then type in their zip code/postal code to establish this as their future password, then vote. Should we abolish the Senate and replace it with the online voting agency where people will vote on big important issues that the President/Prime Minister and Congress/Parliament come up with, plus the people will come up with their own bills and vote on them? Yes. No. If there is no fraud, over 90% of the people will vote to change the government to online voting. People who make money from government the way it is now will vote to keep it the same. We will win, then start voting away agencies that waste money and vote in things that help the people. We can use the movie A Bold Peace as a guide. Costa Rica eliminated their military and spent that money on healthcare and education. If the people had voted on the Bank Reform Bill of 2009, it never would have passed. Politicians of all stripes are afraid to say anything negative about the military because a lot of people make money from the military industry and a lot of people are veterans or patriots. Politicians are afraid of losing the votes of these people rather than doing the right thing, which would be to get rid of the military and use those resources on healthcare, education, housing, etc. There's an easy way to get rid of at least half of the military. Get the people to vote online on this bill. What should the military budget be? Increase it by 10%. Keep it the same. Reduce it by 25%. Reduce it by 50%. Reduce it by 75%. Reduce it by 90%. Reduce it by 95%. Get rid of the military, keep a national air rescue system of helicopters and search planes, keep the Coast Guard for rescue. We can start to get rid of the security agencies with this vote. What should we do with the National Security Agency budget? A. Increase it by 10%. B. Keep it the same. C. Reduce it by 25%. D. Reduce it by 50%. E. Reduce it by 75%. F. Reduce it by 90%. G. Reduce it by 95%. H. Get rid of the NSA. We already have the FBI, the CIA, Homeland Security, DIA, state and local police all over the country. What should we do with the Central Intelligence Agency budget? A. Increase it by 10%. B. Keep it the same. C. Reduce it by 25%. D. Reduce it by 50%. E. Reduce it by 75%. F. Reduce it by 90%. G. Reduce it by 95%. H. Get rid of it. Sticking our nose into other people's business is evil. It creates bad intentions against us. We have a bountiful country. We can create everything we need here. I call this idea either the people power program or true democracy. Any intelligent person knows that representative democracies are as fake as professional wrestling. The human race should get away from phony representative democracies to rule by the people online, but we don't have to do it in one fell swoop. In Canada and the US, we can start with 2 bodies of elected politicians and 1 body of people power democracy, voting by the people on the bills one-on-one online. We can move to total true democracy one step at a time. The people will easily vote to wipe out at least half of the military and security agency budgets. That's a start. The United States does not have universal healthcare, which means that in the supposed richest country in the world, if a poor person gets a cataract or cancer, he or she will go blind or die because they can't afford the healthcare, while they got more nuclear weapons than they need to destroy the planet 100 times over, and the security agencies like the CIA, NSA, DIA, and the DHS are having a frivolous, fun time with all that money to protect the people from ghosts. If the people vote for everything issue by issue, they will never vote to fight in a war. We could be peaceful very easily if the people in any country got together and united, then demanded a change in government where they would create at least 1 body of government which would be online voting by the people issue by issue through a website for their country called something like peoplepower.gov, truedemocracy.gov, or vote.gov.